Have you ever wondered why, despite working hard, you still seem to be running in circles when it comes to money? Well, you're not alone. Many believe that following middle-class norms, such as accepting the salary offered, spending to impress others, or relying on a single source of income, is the safe path to a comfortable life. But here's the shocking truth. These practices, so common and even encouraged by society, might be keeping you trapped in the rat race. Yes, wizard. That endless race where you work hard but never seem to get anywhere. Want to know how to escape this trap? Then stay with me, because in today's video, we'll reveal the habits that need to be broken if you want to stop chasing your own tail and finally build a life of wealth and financial peace. Underpaid employment. Many settle for jobs that, although they provide some stability, pay less than they deserve. It's common to see middle-class people accepting salaries that barely keep up with inflation simply because they feel secure in a familiar environment. This is understandable, but not wise. The reality is that accepting a 3 to 4% annual raise, which barely covers the cost of living, is a surefire way to remain stuck in the rat race. For those who dare to change jobs, the reward can be a 10 to 20% increase, which makes all the difference in accumulating wealth and seeking financial freedom. The daily routine, the comfort of knowing what to expect, can be a subtle trap. The fear of stepping out of the comfort zone prevents many from seeking better opportunities. They remain stagnant, accumulating only what is necessary to survive, but never to thrive. Imagine a scenario where, instead of accepting the basics, you seek more, negotiate more, and value yourself more. This is where financial planning comes in, where a change in mindset can be the key to a more prosperous future. No one should settle for less than they are worth, especially when building the path to a comfortable retirement. But of course, this change isn't easy. It requires the courage to acknowledge that your current job may not be taking you where you want to be. Perhaps it's time to update your resume, learn new skills, or even invest in a network of contacts that opens doors to new opportunities. These actions, no matter how small they seem, can be the start of a significant financial transformation. It's important to remember that time is one of our greatest allies in accumulating passive income and building a comfortable retirement, but it only works in our favor if we are willing to step out of inertia. So, the question remains, are you truly satisfied with what you earn, or have you simply grown accustomed to living with less? Reflect on this, because sometimes what seems like a safe harbor might be preventing you from achieving true wealth. If you allow yourself to explore new opportunities, you might find that financial freedom is closer than you think. Now, speaking of exploring new opportunities, let's address another aspect that also traps many in this same endless race: overspending on luxuries. One of the most common traps people fall into when increasing their income is the temptation to spend more on unnecessary luxuries. It's almost an automatic reflex. Earn more money? Then it's time to upgrade your car, buy a bigger house, or update your wardrobe. However, this mentality is exactly what keeps many trapped in debt and consequently in the rat race. When an income increase is immediately allocated to new expenses instead of being invested in ways to generate wealth, financial freedom becomes an increasingly distant mirage. For example, many buy cars that are beyond their means, ignoring the 15% rule, which suggests that you should not spend more than 15% of your annual income on car-related expenses. This includes not just the vehicle payment, but also insurance, fuel, and maintenance. Those who exceed this margin end up sacrificing money that could be working for them, whether in investments, dividends, or retirement funds. And this isn't just about cars. The same applies to houses, where the 28% rule of gross income should be an unbreakable limit for mortgage payments. The problem is that many follow this path to keep up appearances or because they believe they deserve to reward themselves for hard work. But the reality is that this behavior often leads to a cycle of debt, where consumption exceeds production. Instead of investing the extra money, it is used to pay off debt interest that only grows. This compromises not only the present, but also the ability to accumulate passive income that could ensure a comfortable retirement. In the end, what is gained in status is lost in financial security. Therefore, before deciding to upgrade your standard of living, it is crucial to think about the long-term consequences. Will buying a new car or a bigger house really bring you lasting happiness, or just temporary relief? And more importantly, how do these decisions impact your financial planning and your dreams of achieving true freedom? It is essential to have this reflection before making decisions that could shape your financial future. Now, if we were talking about important decisions, there is one even more crucial to consider: single income dependence. Relying on a single source of income is undoubtedly one of the greatest financial traps a person can face. Often, people feel secure with their stable job and do not realize how vulnerable they are until something unexpected happens. Imagine the following situation. You work hard for years in a single job, believe you are secure, but suddenly, due to a restructuring or economic crisis, you lose your only source of income. It's a frightening scenario, but unfortunately, it is the reality for many who have not diversified their earnings. The key to avoiding this trap is to build multiple sources of income. This can include investments in dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, or even a side business. The idea here is simple. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Having various sources of income not only provides security, but also accelerates wealth building and the achievement of financial freedom. For example, imagine that in addition to your main salary, you also receive quarterly dividends from a well-structured investment portfolio. This means that even if one source fails, you still have others sustaining your lifestyle and financial planning. Moreover, this diversification can include investing in skills and knowledge that allow you to transition between different areas or start your own ventures. Courses, certifications, or even developing hobbies that can turn into extra income are great examples of how to expand opportunities. In a world where the economy is volatile and unpredictable, being adaptable and having multiple sources of income is more than an advantage. It's a necessity. By cultivating multiple income streams, a comfortable retirement and financial freedom go from distant dreams to achievable goals. However, this journey requires planning and discipline. It's not just about investing in anything, but making intelligent and strategic choices. It's essential to think long-term about how each source of income contributes to your ultimate goal of financial independence. And of course, all this needs to align with your lifestyle and values. So, while you think about ways to diversify your earnings, it's also worth reflecting on the importance of securing your future. After all, neglecting retirement planning can be a mistake with harsh consequences. Ignoring retirement savings. Many people, especially younger individuals, tend to underestimate the importance of starting to save and invest for retirement early. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking there's still plenty of time for that. But the longer you delay, the harder it becomes to accumulate enough to ensure a comfortable retirement. Ignoring the need to save for the future is like walking toward an invisible financial trap, which only reveals itself when it's too late to escape. The power of compound interest, for example, is most effective when started early, allowing money to grow exponentially over the years. A classic example is the person who starts investing at age 25 compared to someone who only starts at 35. The former has a significant advantage, even if both invest the same monthly amount. The additional 10 years of compound interest make a huge difference in the final amount. This is something that is often not taught, but has a direct impact on quality of life during retirement. Moreover, those who do not invest early end up having to make much larger sacrifices later, significantly increasing the percentage of income that needs to be directed toward achieving sufficient passive income. Another common mistake is relying solely on Social Security or traditional employer-provided retirement plans. While these plans are important, they are rarely sufficient to ensure financial freedom in retirement. It is crucial to have a Plan B, which may include investments in stocks, mutual funds, or rental properties that generate passive income. Thus, in addition to protecting your future, you also create a legacy that can be passed on to future generations. Investing for retirement is, therefore, not only a necessity, but a smart strategy to ensure a worry-free life financially. But of course, it's not enough to just save. You need to invest wisely. Knowing where to allocate your resources, diversifying your portfolio, and understanding the appropriate risk profile are fundamental factors. And this leads us to reflect on how external influences can affect our financial decisions. After all, We often spend more than we should simply to maintain appearances and follow societal standards. Moving on, following the crowd. Often, the desire to fit into societal norms leads us to make financial decisions that can trap us in difficult-to-escape pitfalls. The pressure to keep up with the neighbors and display the same level of material success can be overwhelming. Buying the latest car, a bigger house, or even extravagant vacations are often motivated not by genuine need or desire, but by the need to feel accepted and admired. However, this quest for social acceptance can come at a very high cost: your financial freedom. A classic example is the tendency to spend large sums on luxury items simply because everyone is doing it. Instead of investing in assets that generate passive income, like stocks or real estate funds, money is directed toward maintaining a lifestyle that, in the end, brings more worry than satisfaction. The problem with following the crowd is that often it's going in the wrong direction. What seems to be a life of wealth may, in fact, be masking debt and precarious financial planning. Rather than spending to impress others, it is much more effective to adopt a lifestyle that aligns with your long-term financial goals. This doesn't mean living a life of deprivation, but rather making conscious choices about where money is best utilized. True freedom comes when you stop worrying about others' opinions and start focusing on what really matters, ensuring that you are in control of your financial future. This shift in mindset can be difficult at first, but is essential to avoid falling into the traps society constantly places in our path. So, the next time you feel the pressure to spend more than you should, stop and reflect. Is this expenditure bringing you closer to or further away from your financial goals? By answering this question honestly, you will realize that many of the things you considered essential are actually superfluous. And thus, you can begin to make choices that truly lead you to wealth and financial freedom. Now that you have a clearer view of the dangers of following the crowd, it's time to consolidate all these lessons and apply them to your life, ensuring that your future is brighter than ever. Now that you know the habits that might be keeping you stuck in the rat race, the question is, what will you do about it? Will you continue to go with the flow, or will you take control of your financial life? True change begins with small actions, and the knowledge you've gained here is the first big tool for transforming your reality. Think about the decisions you make daily and how they impact your financial future. Are you investing in what really matters? Are you planning for your retirement, or just getting by month to month? Wizard, the journey to financial freedom isn't easy, but it is absolutely possible. And remember, every step you take today, whether it's seeking new income sources or avoiding reckless spending, brings you closer to your goal. So, if you're ready to change your life, start now. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep receiving valuable tips on how to achieve the financial freedom you deserve. After all, change starts with you.